Hello students, after having done this adjoint of a matrix, now we are heading up to a new theorem. So the theorem based on product of a matrix and adjoint. They say that if A is any given square matrix of order n, then A into its adjoint, which is equal to adjoint of A into A, that is product of A and its adjoint is commutative, and this is equal to determinant A times identity matrix. This particular term means that there is a matrix, so it is a scalar matrix wherein all diagonal elements are occupied by, diagonal position is occupied by determinant of A. This is what scalar matrix is. So you should remember in this way that the product of adjoint A into adjoint of A is equal to adjoint of A into A is nothing but the scalar matrix which comprises of determinant A in place of diagonal elements, or we can say that it is determinant A times identity element. Okay, now the thing is that if you have, if this is for order 3, this has been specified. If I write like this, I am specifying that the matrix A is of order 3. But if it is of order 4, then I will have to write 4 rows, 4 columns. So we will have to derive one more conclusion, that if A is of order 2, suppose, then determinant of A into adjoint of A will be equal to determinant of, what is the value of this directly? It is determinant of A into I. And determinant A, simply it is a purely a scalar number. So we can replace it by some K constant or alpha constant. Some K constant, K times I, where K is determinant of A, provided it is not 0. So now we want to evaluate this determinant. We have one property, that determinant of K times A is equal to K raised to n times determinant A. This is the property which we have studied when we started the properties of determinants. Some important identities we have done, and this is one of the good property which helps us to understand that whenever a scalar is being multiplied with a determinant, it gets multiplied to only one row or column. Now this particular number is multiplying with entire matrix I of identity matrix. Okay, every element it is getting multiplied. So that means it is a scalar matrix. Now determinant of a scalar matrix in which each row comprises of determinant A, like this. This is also 0, 0. So this entire row is having determinant A. This entire row is having determinant A. This entire row having determinant A. If at all I change this matrix sign with determinant, then I'll have to take out this determinant A. How many number of times? I have to take out 3 times. So it will get multiplied outside 3 times, determinant A into determinant A into determinant A. So if at all it is of order 3, then determinant A will be raised to power 3. So I'll have to write determinant A raised to power 3 into identity matrix. So this will be nothing but what? According to this, it is of order 2, suppose. So it is K square determinant I. You will say, sir, this is order of A matrix, why you have written determinant I? So if A is of order 2, then corresponding identity matrix is also of order 2. That you have to understand. So K square, determinant of I will be 1. What is K? Determinant A. So hence determinant A whole square. So that means again, if A is of order n, then determinant of A into adjoint of A excuse me, which is equal to adjoint of A into A will be equal to determinant A raised to n. Now from this particular thing, if you want to derive what is adjoint of A determinant, then we know that whenever there is determinant of suppose B into C, two matrices in product, and the determinant is, we want determinant, then this determinant is distributive over multiplication. So determinant of B dot C will be determinant of B dot determinant of C. So we can distribute this determinant as well. So I will write determinant of adjoint of determinant of A dot determinant of adjoint of A, it is equal to this, which is equal to determinant of A to the power n. Now if you divide the entire equation by determinant A, then one power will be reduced over here and this will be divided. So I'll get the determinant of adjoint of A will be always equal to determinant of A raised to n minus 1. This is a very, very important result. Please remember this, and it can be asked for 1 mark question or 2 mark questions also. They will ask, they can ask for MCQ, and they can ask for finding out the determinant value if adjoint of A is given, determinant of adjoint of A is given, or they will say, they will tell you that matrix A will be given, you have to directly find the determinant of A. So either they will give determinant A and they will ask you to find adjoint of A, or once matrix A they are giving, then you can find anything. There is no need of this formula. Okay, if they are giving the matrix A like this 1, 2, minus 1, 3, then you can easily find what is adjoint of A. Adjoint of A, it is nothing but what? You have to interchange these two numbers and change the signatures of these two numbers. So it will be, earlier it was 2, it will become minus 2, minus 1, it will become 1. This is the adjoint of A. And to find out its determinant, so you can relate like this. Determinant of adjoint of A will be, it's this determinant raised to power 1. Or what is the determinant of this? Determinant A will be what? Determinant A 3 minus of minus 2, that is 3 plus 2, that is 5. Now here I should get 5. Here also 3 plus 5. So here also I am getting 5. This is an example which suggests that for a 2 by 2 matrix, the adjoint of A's determinant is same as the determinant of A. Because we have shuffled the signature, see, we have shuffled and we have got the other signs. So this is few examples. It is not always that you will get simple examples like this. You raise the standard of example 3 by 3, even 4 by 4 you can do. So this is a good result. First of all, we have studied A into adjoint of A is equal to adjoint of A into A is equal to determinant A times identity matrix of corresponding order. And this we have seen that this particular matrix is nothing but, it is a matrix which is nothing but a scalar matrix whose diagonal elements are occupied by, diagonal position is diagonal elements position is occupied by determinant A, and each diagonal element is nothing but determinant A. Then if A is of order 2, then we have seen how it comes k times A, this result which we have already discussed, and we have seen that if A is of a particular order, then we can easily find out the determinant of adjoint of A by simply using this formula, which has been obtained by putting up determinants across the entire equation and then dividing throughout by determinant A, and by applying the property of distributive property of determinant over multiplication. Determinant of B dot C is equal to determinant B, determinant C, and we have divided the entire equation by determinant A, and then we have seen that the power gets reduced. So if A is of order 3, then determinant of adjoint of A will be equal to determinant A raised to 2. So we have seen for 2 by 2 example, you can use for 3 by 3 example. Thank you, children.